Have you ever wondered what holds our body together? What gives it the structure and support? These are not just philosophical musings, but actual scientific queries that lead us straight to the world of connective tissues. These unsung heroes of our anatomy are more than just biological glue. They're the framework that gives our body its shape and resilience. Connective tissues are everywhere, from the tip of your nose to the end of your little toe. They're like the scaffolding, the mortar, and the insulation of the body's architectural masterpiece. They hold our organs in place, link muscles to bones, provide a protective padding around our joints, and even play a crucial role in our immune response. In essence, they're the unsung heroes that work tirelessly behind the scenes to keep our body functioning. There are different types of connective tissues, each with its own unique structure and function. So to start our deep dive into the world of connective tissues, we need to understand their basic components. So what makes up the connective tissue? A great question. Connective tissues are made up of an intriguing mix of cells and fibers, each with their unique structural features and roles. Let's start with the cells. The primary cell type in connective tissue is fibroblasts. These are the body's little builders, producing proteins and other substances that form the extracellular matrix. Their job is to lay the groundwork, creating a supportive structural framework for the tissue. Next, we have macrophages, the body's cleanup crew. These cells are the first responders when there's an injury or infection. They engulf and destroy bacteria, dead cells, and other debris, keeping our tissues clean and healthy. And then there are the mast cells. These are the body's alarm bells. When they detect an injury or an invader like bacteria, they release chemicals that trigger inflammation. This alerts the body that there's a problem and kickstarts the healing process. Now let's talk fibers. There are three main types of fibers in connective tissues: collagen, elastic, and reticular fibers. Collagen fibers are the strongest and most abundant. They're like the steel rods in reinforced concrete, providing tensile strength and preventing tissues from being torn apart. Elastic fibers, as their name suggests, are stretchy. They allow tissues to rebound after stretching, like a rubber band. They're found in places like your skin, lungs, and blood vessels, where flexibility is key. And finally, we have reticular fibers. These are thinner and form a network-like structure, providing support in areas like the lymph nodes and bone marrow. In addition to cells and fibers, connective tissues also contain a gel-like substance called ground substance. This fills the spaces between the cells and fibers, providing nutrients and helping to resist compressive forces. With these components, connective tissues perform a variety of functions, not just holding our body together. They provide support and structure, defend against infections, and play a key role in healing and repair. And that, my friends, is the fascinating world of connective tissue, cells and fibers. Apart from cells and fibers, there's more to connective tissue. Enter the amorphous ground substance and intercellular substances, the unsung heroes of our bodily framework. The amorphous ground substance, despite its ghostly name, is a tangible part of the connective tissue. It's a translucent, colorless, and viscous material that fills the spaces between the cells and fibers. But what is it made of? Well, it's a complex mix of proteins and polysaccharides, which are large molecules that help cells bind together. Now let's talk about its function. This substance acts as a molecular sieve, controlling the exchange of nutrients and waste between the bloodstream and cells. It's like the bouncer at a nightclub, deciding who gets in and who doesn't. Intercellular substances, on the other hand, are the glue that holds our cells together. They consist mainly of water, but also contain proteins and polysaccharides. These substances provide a communication pathway between cells, allowing them to work together effectively. Think of it as the social network of our cells. So, while these substances may not be visible to the naked eye, they play a significant role in maintaining our body's integrity. They're like the stagehands of a theater show, working behind the scenes to ensure everything runs smoothly. These substances, though not visible to the naked eye, play a significant role in maintaining our body's integrity. Connective tissues come in different types, each with its unique characteristics. Let's delve into two main types: loose areolar tissue and dense connective tissue. Loose areolar connective tissue, as the name suggests, is loosely organized. It's like the jack of all trades in the world of tissues, serving a multitude of purposes. This tissue is packed with cells and fibers, forming a soft, pliable packing material that cushions and protects the body's organs. It also provides a reservoir of water and salts for surrounding tissues, and is involved in fighting off infections. If you were to look for it, you'd find it widely distributed under the epithelia of the body, like a hidden hero supporting the structures above. On the other end of the spectrum, we have dense connective tissue. This tissue is like the body's tough, dependable bodyguard. It's made of densely packed collagen fibers, making it incredibly strong and resistant to stretching. Dense connective tissues are further divided into two types: dense regular and dense irregular. Dense regular connective tissues are like disciplined soldiers, with collagen fibers aligned in a parallel fashion. This alignment gives them great tensile strength in one direction, making them perfect for withstanding stress. They are primarily found in tendons, which connect muscles to bones, and ligaments, which connect bones to each other. Dense, irregular connective tissues, on the other hand, are more rebellious, with collagen fibers arranged randomly. This gives them strength in multiple directions. They are typically found in areas of the body that experience stress from various angles, such as the dermis of the skin and the fibrous capsules of organs and joints. So, there you have it, a crash course on loose areola and dense connective tissues. These tissues, while vastly different in their composition, share a common purpose: to support, protect, and bind together other tissues of the body. While these tissues may seem different, they all work together to keep us functioning. Did you know there are specialized versions of connective tissues? One such example is cartilage, a flexible yet sturdy substance that plays various roles in our body. Cartilage comes in three distinct types, each with its own unique characteristics and functions. Firstly, we have hyaline cartilage. This is the most common type, and it provides support, flexibility, and resilience. You'll find it mainly in the respiratory tract at the ends of long bones and forming a significant part of the fetal skeleton. Next up is elastic cartilage. As the name suggests, it's known for its elasticity. This type of cartilage provides strength and maintains the shape of certain structures, like the external ear and the epiglottis. Finally, we have fibrocartilage, the strongest and most durable type. It's found in areas of the body that undergo high stress, such as the intervertebral discs, the pubic symphysis, and the menisci of the knee. Each type of cartilage has a unique distribution and function in the body, but they all share a common trait: they lack blood vessels. This means that they don't heal as quickly as other tissues when damaged. Despite their differences, all cartilages have a common purpose: to provide support and flexibility to the body. They act as shock absorbers in joints, maintain the shape of certain structures, and even aid in the growth and development of bones in children. These cartilages, though specialized, are a crucial part of our connective tissue system. Now let's talk about the ultimate connective tissue, the bone. Bones, the stars of our skeletal system, are the hardest type of connective tissue. They are composed of several elements, including cells, a bone matrix, and compact and cancellous or spongy bone. Each of these elements has a distinct role to play, contributing to the strength, flexibility, and functionality of our bones. The cells in our bones, including osteoblasts, osteocytes, and osteoclasts, are responsible for bone formation, maintenance, and resorption. These cells work together to ensure our bones are constantly rejuvenating and repairing themselves. The bone matrix, a composite of organic and inorganic components, is a fundamental part of bone structure. The organic part, collagen, provides flexibility, while the inorganic part, hydroxyapatite, lends rigidity and strength. Now let's delve deeper into the two types of bone tissue. Compact bone, also known as cortical bone, is dense and forms the hard outer shell of bones. It's primarily responsible for supporting the body's weight and protecting the inner bone tissue. Cancellous bone, on the other hand, is spongy and porous, filling the interior of bones. This type of bone is lighter and supports the creation of red and white blood cells in the bone marrow. These bone tissues are distributed throughout our body, providing structure and support. Compact bone is found in the shafts of long bones like the femur, while cancellous bone is found at the ends of these bones and in the vertebrae and pelvis. The process of bone formation, or ossification, involves the hardening of the bone matrix, creating the rigid structure we're familiar with. This process is vital for growth and repair. Lastly, let's touch on the blood supply of a long bone. Arteries enter the bone, supplying oxygen and nutrients to the bone cells. This vascular system plays a crucial role in maintaining bone health and facilitating repair. Bones, the hardest connective tissues, are integral to our body's structure and function. So, we have journeyed through the diverse world of connective tissues, From the omnipresent cells and fibers to the often overlooked amorphous ground substance, we've seen how they all play a vital role. We've explored the vast variety of connective tissues like loose areola and dense connective tissues and specialized ones like cartilages, not to forget the ultimate connective tissue, bone with its complex structure and significant functions. Subscribe for more because you won't find me later. Stay curious and keep exploring.